Enough of that. That depressing music. Actually, I love that music. How are you guys doing today? Some good old-fashioned action. Yeah. Hi, Bio. How are you? How's your test coming? Did you already take your test? Your exam? Arts, you're done with finals? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ali D, how you doing? Maverick! Avery! Hi, everybody. Hi, Sam. Great. Okay, so what am I doing? Well, I was gonna play Dirge of Cerberus for you, and then my good friend Final Fan TV was like, "Hey, actually, we're gonna do a subathon for the Final Fan TV, I think Twitch channel, and Vinny, who I don't think has played Dirge of Cerberus, is gonna be playing it, and that's on Sunday, and so I was like, oh, I don't have to play Dirge now." Um, so I mean, honestly, it's way better to watch somebody else experience it, anyways. You know, somebody that hasn't yet, um, just to watch them suffer. I kid, honestly. You know what? You know what? Dirge of Cerberus isn't isn't that bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Actually, I cannot even lie to you. I want to tell you that it's great. And the lore is fun. The lore is super interesting, and I'm super pumped it's going to be in remake. Like, hell yes. Skittle rebrand. Watching Max play it was hilarious. I guess he just Max dude decided not to watch the final trailer, which I totally get that. It was, a spoiler heavy trailer, etc. But he is kind of like, his response to every mention of anything that could potentially lead to Genesis upsets him, like on stream. Like, just there's an hour of him reacting to the Intergrade news when we found out that the DLC was specifically called Intermission, and his mind connected the dots immediately that, hey, that's a play thing. Oh, fuck. Loveless time. And so he started to check out there. But my earnest prediction is he's gonna love the game when he plays it. And I love the trailer. Like, I like Nero because of the Intergrade trailer. I'm excited to see what a new coat of paint on those characters are. I'm also very excited that it's seemingly contained to this DLC. It's like, it's awesome. But so Dirge of Cerberus didn't happen. R.I.P. But I will be. I think I'm going to actually be talking in the background while Vinny plays it for Final Fan TV this Sunday. I haven't announced it yet, but this Thursday I have Philip Hartshorn on, and even though, like, kind of in our community is a little like less known, I think just because he had some very popular videos when Remake first came out that were Remake related, but then he like went to like train at a Shaolin temple and stuff, so he's been doing that for like 6 months. And definitely check him out because his stuff is rad. Like, not just his remake stuff, like Filmmaker Reacts, yeah, but like his films. He's like an awesome martial artist, and it's really cool to watch what he does. Just outside of that, and he also has a ton to say about martial arts in Final Fantasy, which I think is really cool. He'll be Thursday at 5:30, 6 o'clock. He's going to be, and we'll have somebody else with us. Maybe Blitz, maybe Sleep Easy, maybe both. You know how it is. It's like doors open, for these content creators. It's a little late in the day for my European friends, so Pez and MJ Gallagher and those people on the other side of the pond are probably gonna duck out on this one, but it'll be fun. It'll be very fun. So instead, what I'm doing is I'm going to be playing through the chapters of Remake that at least vaguely lead up to and then coincide with the events that we know about from Intermission. It could, in fact, go beyond this, but this week I'll be focusing on 6 through 8. And then next week I will get through to Platefall, just to give me and it'll give me a little chance to retrain my combat instincts so that when Intermission arrives, I'll first be going through the DLC, like minute 1 of its availability for public consumption. I will be going until we're done. Period. And of the first playthrough. If there's a hard mode playthrough, I will do that too, but probably the next day. And then I will do the Vice fight as soon as that's available. In fact, I'll do the Vice fight if it's available right away, but I have a feeling you'll have to unlock it. And then I will go through the entirety of Remake again at 60 frames per second. So I'm really excited to do that for you all. So next week I'll do mostly 9 through about Platefall. So that means I have to fight that stupid ghoul again. But I can heal, so it won't be a big deal. And then the week after that, I'm going to be backpacking through a national park, so you won't see me for that week. But then I come right back and then, get the IV bag hooked up and do Intergrade. And then, and then Final Fantasy Union will be my guest on the 23rd of May. So that's exciting. I'm going to be doing 60 FPS, whatever that looks like, because I can't stream 4K for you on Twitch anyways. So I will favor those. Before we start, can we just talk about how great the Buster Sword looks in Remake? I think it looks ugly in the compilation with the gold hilt and pommel. Okay, we can talk about that. Let's see. In the compilation, it has a gold pommel. And I didn't think that looked bad at the time, but now, straight up trash. Now that I've seen what it should look like, straight up just dog shit. Like in the final battle with Sephiroth, when you see the little scene from Advent Children where they just straight up put the footage in and he's got the old Buster Sword, every time that happens, I take a baseball bat to my console that I'm playing it on. I am on my 9th PS5. Just because that design is just fucking horseshit. So I hope that answers. Did we cover it, Ali D? I'm here for you. Remember that. Oh yeah, definitely nail bat. Although, like, I'm only allowed to have one nail in my bats. The California state law, is real tricky, and since I'm so deadly with the bill, LED, I have not broken any of my PlayStation 5s, but I actually do agree that that the remake design is so much better for. I love the kind of techno vibe of it, like the just single piece of metal. It just looks so cool to me. Well, thank you, Starcat. Appreciate the subscription. Oh, I'm so sorry. You subscribed on YouTube. Thank you very much. I'm not streaming to YouTube, but you know, hey, Streamlabs just let me know. Yay. Okay, so we're gonna start with chapter 6 now. This more leads up to. We have no real indication that the day that we're in right now. You knew I didn't break any PS5s? Okay. Any explanation why they added the gold hilt to the past version of the Buster? So what they did is they made a decision based on money, where they were like, we could render a whole scene, or we could just take footage we own the rights to and throw it in the game. And then if it ends up being like all sorts of time travel shenanigans, if that's what they decide to do with the plot, they can just say, oh yeah, that's why. We did that on purpose. We're so clever. Did you see Terrier Stamp? So clever. I'm sorry if I'm being saucy, guys. Chapter 6 doesn't necessarily like coincide with Intermission, was what I was saying, but it's the night before we see Yuffie. So it sets the stage for the separation of Barrett and Tifa from Curado. So Gold Hilt Buster versus Classic Hilt Buster. Like what? Like in design, I'd say Classic Hilt versus Gold Hilt, but remake beats all of them. There's something about the gold. It's just like, yeah, ugh. Okay. We're doing Light the Way. From a combat perspective, Light the Way is like just there isn't even really a
through here and straight on to
like a real boss. There's some Queen Graph strikes, but
only because it is. That there's the reactor support pillar.
It's just like there's not much to it.
So what's the plan?
After plan E comes F, G, and then H.
So you hear that?
E was
E,
the last.
which is the last. Ever Crisis. F.
We cut through section
Just,
G and head for H.
Freakish Children.
Cargo platform
And
in H will get us
G.
closer to the reactor.
What's the GC?
Biggs should be somewhere over there. Looks like the sun's
I want
going
to
down
go
on Midgar.
lowbrow and say something involving Genesis.
Right. Double time. We
Genesis
gotta deal with
candy.
the reactor.
And then we'll do and then, you know, obviously H for Hojo, you know, Hojo Cannon. But okay, so this right here, I cannot wait to see if they fix this somehow. This looks so bad. And I mean, you know, the game looks beautiful, but like I'm a sucker for flat textures. Now, I will be honest, I have frame by framed the Intergrade final trailer, and there are some flat ass textures that they use, but at least the textures are higher res. But like, you cannot fix this with high res. You've got to add just a little bit of depth. I hope they don't just cover it with like insane fog effects.
Nothing but air below us.
But this would be the worst chapter
Just don't look down, okay?
if it weren't for Barrett. Barrett makes this chapter so awesome.
Section G's through here, huh?
This ought to open it. No good?
Needs power, I think.
That looks more like what we need.
Control room.
How's the volume, guys?
Let's check it out.
Godo's chode? Dude. See, this is why you guys are the best fans. Like, you know, like, I heard some other streamer talking about how much their fans were great. And then I looked through the you know, like, I was like, just, okay, well, let's see how great their fans are. And I opened up their chat, you know, their stream chat. And I looked for Hearts, I looked for Final Fangirl, I looked for ours, I looked for Ali D, you know, and Spicy Burisoba, and you know, Blockstein 07, and Bio Roxas, and Avery MCG, and you know, like Miss Winerib and Sleep Easy and Blitz and all those people, and G-Funk Jimmy. And none of them were there, so I was like, trash fandom. I don't know why you're complimenting garbage. You know, okay, so like they keep. I'm just gonna level with you. Like, I'm much more like impressed by just like good, clean textures, and like consistent performance with like frame rate. Fog effects, I don't give a shit about. I never have, but like, they will not shut up about the fog effects on the trailers. And what if this level they just like they turn it into like their masterpiece of like particle effects? Because look at all the smog here and stuff like that. Like, you can't even. I would like it for them to just go so overboard with the fog that like it chunks down to like 15 frames per second. You can't see any of the textures. You're just in the thick of it. It'd be clever. It's how they could. Because, like, what are the sheer odds that they're gonna fix this? I mean, they'll make it look a little better, but fixing it, oof, I don't think they have enough time.
Need to restore the power.
Oh, did I go up there and not hit the switch? That's karma. I'm just talking mad shit.
This is switch for the lamp. This is switch for the lamp.
Oh no, I just forgot what I'm doing. I have to go upstairs to the. Right. That's so bright. You know what's weird? That's actually not that bright. But like, my brain interprets that as bright, so like I just because of the context of that shot, I actually squint my eyes when I look at it. That's a neat trick. Oh, they're just up here. They've been up here this whole time. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Cloud? You know, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing with my life right now. And I don't know why you guys trust me. You guys are idiots. So if you guys see this logo right here, this is the logo that's on all those boxes that GJ is jumping on in the second intermission trailer. And it's legitimately, it's just the icon for, or the logo for the Shinra construction department, which is actually part of Reeves' department, the subdivision of the urban planning.
Error. Insufficient power.
Of course.
Hey guys, look at this. Instructions for dealing with a power shortage.
Kill the lights, and we free up power for the gate and other stuff.
Sun lamps. You think these are the plate suns? The closest thing we have to the real thing.
Gotta put out a sun just to open the gate, huh?
But if we go through with it, the grounders in Sector 4 will suffer.
An hour later, sun's going out for good when we blow the reactor.
That's true.
Let's go.
I mean, I don't want to just tell you, Ars, that
All these lamps.
the answer is in fact that it is your imagination. I think you have a beautiful
If the
imagination,
maintenance
though.
guys or whoever weren't playing hooky.
The lamps are important, but when you think how much Mako it must take.
John Ron, hey! Forget me 000, hey! Guys, hey! Okay. You know, I'm really... So, you ever notice that you can't make out number 4? It looks dangerous, though. It looks like there's things that are gonna harm me. Doesn't it? It almost looks like okay, this is what my brain interpreted the figure as. Is it looked like a silhouette of Terra in the Magitech armor from Final Fantasy VI. But, you know, apparently my brain's terrible at pattern seeking because my apophenia kicked in hard and all I could see was stupid Vincent in Yuffie's eyes. Even though I immediately knew that it wasn't that. But I like kept it to myself, like as like a private shame that I saw
That's
that.
gotta be one. Man,
And then when somebody
look at
else saw it, I was
the
like,
size of
oh.
That a console
Thank
I seen at the
God.
top of that ladder. Hey,
I mean, it's still, that is not what it is.
tall ladder too.
I'll go.
it. Okay, we'll wait down here.
I love that Barrett is afraid of heights now. It seems like that would have come up in OG, huh? We know that Yuffie gets motion sickness and that Cloud used to,
Emergency power supply confirmed.
and then he
Disengaging
regains his
copy
motion
mechanisms.
sickness when
Okay, that's that.
Great job, Cloud.
a certain thing happens. That I won't spoil, because I don't think any of you have ever played this game. Or its prequel, Final Fantasy VII OG.
Next stop, Section G.
Yep.
Section
And after
G?
that, Reactor 5. Not again.
I should probably prepare a little for the fight, right?
I'm sure those things will welcome us just as warmly as before. Tell you what.
Tell you
Rock
what.
runs deep in this damn pizza.
The rot runs deep. I love his lines. His lines just have so much more character. We will give Baruto lightning. Because we do have some robots to fight here. Give him some height. And then we'll give him some skill. I'll let Cloud do the heavy lifting this round. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So the rule of thumb is usually that if it's a monster, it's weak to ice. If it's a robot, it's weak to lightning. If it flies, it's weak to wind. Sometimes wind and one other thing. I think there's a lot of things that fly that have two weaknesses. So doing the teeth. Lightning returns. Not gonna lie, Lightning Returns have the best combat of the trilogy. Trashes everything else, like literally everything else. But maybe that's not fair. But I'm not taking it back. Oh, and you know, I've just been so lost in my menu. I've been looking at chat. I would pay for an orchestral music DLC. I'll do you one better. Polka. Yeah, my imagination did play tricks on me as well. Ours. But your imagination's better than mine. Although I did dream the perfect solution to the Zack problem. Sorry, hearts. Love you. So anyways, there's monsters and robots in here, so... You know.
Keep it together. All done.
Cocky little bastard, ain't you?
Oof. Ooh, that's sass. That's sass from Barrett. Cocky little bastard, ain't ya? You know what? I am a little bit
Powered
arrogant.
down is my guess.
Lucky us, am I right? One
Yeah.
less thing
What
for us
are
to
the
worry
sheer
about.
odds that these things that we have our attention drawn to are going to become a threat later? Probably none, right? I think it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be totally fine. G4, attack of the show.
We gotta breathe with this shit.
Monsters sure seem to like it. What's up with that?
It's like in the tunnels. They get twisted by the Mako, but it all goes back to shit.
I find it very strange how exposure to Mako seems to be this like real problem. Like, and then also that it can be used as a drug apparently, as you get called a Mako junkie. I mean, it's gotta give good mutations sometimes, right? I mean, enough for a soldier to be dependent on it. Boxhead! I mean, I don't know. It could be like steroids. It could just be a total like crapshoot. Like some people, it just makes you like jacked. It works like amphetamines or something. Maybe some people it makes you grow a second eyeball or something. You know, as things are wont to do.
On you. Nothing personal. I got it.
You know the best way to not get lost is to believe that you're not. Mind over matter.
One of Marlene's books?
Yep, one of her favorites. Loves
Just-
it when I read it to her before bedtime.
So
Do it
just
on
believe
voice.
that you're not
Life
lost.
in
I
Endless
love that.
Maze. Am I right? I remember.
Yeah, Barrett, I remember. Because you make me read to your daughter all the time while you're out doing avalanche things. Oops, I'm supposed to go out, huh? I don't know if I've ever walked backwards like that before. I don't know why I open boxes, I still do it. There's a lot of shit I have 99 of at this point. Yeah, dude, I got hella makeup poisoning, Sam. It's twacked out of my mind 24/7 on Mako. I love that. So like one of my favorite things is one of my favorite content creators is somebody that actually historically has hated Final Fantasy since forever, and remake didn't really get a pass. Is a video game donkey, but one of the things is he corrected President Shinra for saying Mana instead of Mako, but it's just that he said it Mako, which is I guess how it's pronounced. I have trouble with that pronunciation because, I mean, I'm not going to call it a Mako shark, you know, and the vehicle in Mass Effect is still the Mako. Although I'm going to start calling it the Mako. Fuck everybody up. Oh shit!
Gotta get it together. All done.
All done.
Cocky little bastard, ain't you?
You know, I hope that, I mean, I doubt that they'll do this. Like, don't just expect anything for free. I know they're doing more than they told us with
Way to cross that.
Intergrade, Intermission,
Gotta go where the cat wants to go.
but, howevers, I would love to be able to change my party leader for non-combat scenes. You can change it for, you know, non-combat, but or for combat only. So like as soon as you get into a combat scenario, it'll automatically like figure itself out. I'm going in circles. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. These boxes. Right there. Here, where? No. I forgot this already. Getting old, man. Grandpa over here
Hey,
getting
let's
lost
take a
in a
moment to get
maze.
our bearings.
Yeah, yeah.
We're still
Oh,
in
hi,
G,
Zila
right?
Fire.
Yeah, and to reach Mako
I
Reactor
overdosed
5,
on
we need to go through
Mako and
Section
saw Vincent and
Okay.
Yuki's eyes. Me too, apparently.
Unfortunately, I didn't spot a connecting catwalk to Section
And I'm
H. Did
very
you?
ashamed of it.
Well, we could always
How are you doing,
do another
Zilafire?
lap.
Go for
You
10
just had your
before I
wisdom
double check.
teeth taken out?
The only other
Holy
route that I
fuck.
can think of would be...
That shit's no joke. I'm so sorry.
Along the wall.
Up for giving it a try? It might not work out, but it's the only idea I've got.
It's not a bad one.
Yeah, I
So
want you
we're
to have a
shooting
speedy
for those
recovery.
giant fans way over there. Okay.
I hope
At least
to
we've
not
got
be
a clear
jarring.
landmark to guide us.
You're on the happiest of drugs? We were actually
Those
just
are
talking about
machines.
drugs.
Keeping the plate's air clean by pushing the
We're talking about how
small into the
Mako is
slums.
apparently
Whole
like
system's
just...
designed to make shit roll downhill faster.
It's like crystal meth. Or like that, that Russian super meth, crocodile. Are you guys familiar?
Deal with that.
You guys do crocodile?
Nothing personal.
No, yeah, I've only seen like documentaries on that stuff. That stuff is gnarly. Like, I've seen nut statistics on it. Like, apparently, like,
Check out this
it's
shit right
so addictive that like something
was easy.
absurd, like something like 40% of all people that try it once die of it or because of it in a year. Like, it's that addictive. So hopefully the dentist didn't give you crocodile. I can't imagine that I'm helping you at all with any of this conversation, Zero Fire. But I do want to make you absolutely aware that I am beyond ecstatic to have you here with us. You'll pass on the Russian super meth? Yeah, that might be a good call.
Hey, look! I think we can climb onto that pipe.
Ooh.
Sure seems that way.
Oh, I obtained a potion. You know, I actually really like the music in this chapter.
No fear. No fear. No fear. No fear. No fear. Little fear.
Because it's new, like it's a new sound piece. Like,
Hey
it's not
guys,
based on
You know,
anything.
these fans are really loud and
You chickening
But-
out?
hell no.
It feels like it
I'm
belongs.
just worried that your pony ass is gonna get blown off the side and shit.
Enough! We gotta keep moving!
Okay then. Follow me.
Oh, and there will be more Zila Fire.
No
Thank
worse than
you.
a windy day, huh?
One with a tornado warning, maybe? Don't look at the fan! Whatever you do!
Right.
Looks at fan. Okay, but right here, do you hear that little... Okay, so there's a part of this track that happens here, and I don't really know why. That is the Highwind track. It's the Highwind music. It's one of my favorite little details they add, and it's when you're like in the sky, and there's a fan,
Made it through in one piece.
and you're dealing with like height
I
stuff.
think that took a couple years off my life. I mean, not really. Couple seconds, maybe. 3 tops.
3 seconds tops. Barrett in his adorable pride.
Section H is just up ahead.
Section
Slow and steady,
H.
And that's
Guys, we're
objective.
almost
The
there.
cargo platform? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one.
If only like turn on one of these reactors, huh?
This is it. The cargo platform Biggs was talking about. Let's not keep him waiting.
Error. Insufficient power.
Error.
You're kidding me.
Needs 3 lights worth, looks like.
But that's all of them, isn't it?
All or nothing.
Let's regroup here if we get lost. Remember the H1 sign.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Thank you.
Let's see now.
I'm glad Tifa
Closest
realizes
light
how
ought to be.
old and tired I am.
That one.
Sorry, guys. It's almost my birthday, and so
By the
like,
light of these magnificent lamps,
I'm being all
we shall lead our
angsty.
brothers and sisters of the Undercity to a
Tell
brighter
them about it.
future.
Say what?
It's from a speech President Shinra gave talking up the importance of the sun lamps.
Brighter future my ass. Shinra's leading us down a one-way path to darkness and death.
I mean, they could have just not given you anything. Like, can you imagine? Fucking exactly. Ungrateful bastard. Okay, so I like this vehicle is right here. Like, can you imagine how difficult it was to get that vehicle here? I mean, but like, and you know, this is one of the little details about the game. I like, there are obviously some architectural and, you know, inconsistencies with the way everything is built, but they do take time to like think of stuff like this, and they actually do have, like, you know, they have these cranes and elevators, and you know, they've got these walkways obviously, but they've also got these, you know, these movable elevators that could sort of explain how you could get giant vehicles like that around. And I think it's just a cool detail, in my humble opinion.
They're mine.
Good luck, man.
Or whatever.
Taking over.
There's the switch.
Let's flip it and go.
The first time I saw the trailers for
Reloading
Intergrade,
power. Please
and
wait.
I looked at the PS5 screenshots,
That's one down.
Only 2 more lights to
I
go.
immediately started looking at this chapter because I thought that the ceiling was similar, and it kind of is. There's a lot of asset reuse from here to the industrial
Back
section that
online
we
'cause
see.
of us.
No need to fret, y'all. A few rusty mechs ain't gonna keep us from reaching the reactor.
Or for an army of orangutans. Yeah. forget me. Do you have a acrophobia? Are you afraid of heights?
Engaging countermeasures.
Oh no. Ooh, you're telling me that I have to fight these robots?
Would kill for a shower. Just made our lives a lot harder.
We restored power to more than just security, remember?
Yeah. Why are you such a negative
We
Nelly?
can move this catwalk.
Or negative Neo. Why are you such a negative Neo?
Yeah, lined it up perfect.
Sorry, I forgot the code words. Hope Shinra didn't hear me.
Which way to the next light?
If we can't make sense of this place, we're gonna get lost.
Well, at least we know where the big ass things are. Every last one of you is going down.
That's right.
Take the lead.
How'd you like that? Okay, let's go. Damn it. Hope you don't mind if I fill you full of holes.
Hang back. That's it.
Worked up a good sweat.
Did you, Tifa? Did you, Tifa? What do you want us to do about that? Did you want us to clean it with our tongues? Is that what you're saying? If you insist. Man, we're plowing through these sunlights. Like, I wonder if anybody notices down in the lower plate. They're like, huh. Our life is seemingly quite dim. It's probably just malnutrition. That's probably what they think.
Only got one
Like, oh,
left.
our eyes are just
The end in
failing
sight,
us.
y'all.
Should be able to climb down from here.
It's a hole, right?
Got the Sector 4 slums down there?
Huh? You want to check them out sometime? I can show you around.
We'll
Oh,
check 'em
really?
out now if we fall.
You can show me around the Sector 4 slums. Is that right? What are they like?
Power's on.
Whoa! The power's on!
You think they'll miss those 3 plate suns?
I say the real sun's the only one we need. To hell with Shinra and their night lights.
Okay, Barrett. You say that,
Engaging countermeasures.
but like, I just
Let's
think it might
dance,
be a little
Aya.
bit myopic. I'm just saying, Shinra did nothing wrong. I'm just saying that, okay?
Want some more?
Just like that, okay?
I got you.
Okay.
We're right back where we started.
Oh, look at that. Who he
Where's that
is.
last light again?
Don't you guys worry. We're gonna listen to the highlight of the chapter
Almost done.
soon.
It's a shame we had to wander around so much.
Well, no stamps here to guide us. No Jesse or Wedge to back us up neither.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what should we tell Biggs? I don't want him to worry.
Well, I don't know what to tell you about that one, Tifa.
If there's no viable path, we'll just have to make
So
one.
just so you guys know, I may as well show you. It's pretty clear secret. But if you want to, if you're wondering how you get these boxes, you just knock them off with this guy. There you go. Massive secret right there. Oh, thank you for gift subbing, by the way. I just saw that. Hearts. That's super nice. You guys are the best. Yeah, there are a lot of OSHA violations here. I don't think I've even seen a safety harness. So happy. Have all these Phoenix Downs. You get a lot of Moogle medals in there too, which your first playthrough, like, that's a big deal. Man, I remember when I like needed things. That was so sweet. Oh, whoops, I missed it a little bit.
Don't overdo it. Gotta give it my all. Won't be tough. My turn. It's on now. Here it comes.
No surprises there.
Good night. Good night, LED. Big day tomorrow. Good luck on your big day, whatever that is. A mesmeric armlet.
And that makes 3. Enough to finally get our cargo platform moving.
Better be.
Okay,
It
let's head
better
on
be.
back to the H1 sign.
How entitled are you? Just expect things to work
But
out.
Jessie's injury isn't anything serious.
The best thing you can do to speed her recovery is to kick Shinra ass in her
You
stead.
may want to
I know.
like talk her out of going
Cloud's
to
gonna
the
cover
plate
the
fall
wedge,
too if you want to speed up her recovery. Just saying. I mean, I'm not sure if you're in a place where you want to listen to suggestions, but if you did, I'm just saying, Tifa, like maybe like, you know, you should tell her that she probably shouldn't go die to death.
We should look for the H1 sign.
Oh, what's that, Tifa? You've already got too much competition? Okay. Well, you know, who am I? In the name of love, etc. Okay.
Turn up the pressure.
Sounds like a plan.
Take the lead. Let's dance, asshole.
You're up.
Watch yourself.
Hang back. Try this. All right. Left
Da, da, da. I love that. I love that music. Music to my ears. So if you want to figure out how to get this material right here, there's one on the top of this platform too, and it's an HP up here, but or MP up or some shit that doesn't matter. But your first playthrough, this is like, I think, I can't remember if this is one of the two elementals or if it's Magnify. Either way, you cannot miss that. Definitely get it. It's whatever it is, it's one of those unique blue materia that ends up being critical to late gameplay. And that's just, you know, I don't even... Boy, if we can carry over materia and money, I'm not gonna want for nothing. But chances are low. But I hope Yuffie isn't who steals the materia. I just think that's such a hacky plot thing. You can all survive it, you know, if that's what they do. But it's just like, then you also have to explain like why she lost the materia once you get it back, because you will get it back, you know, in theory.
Good luck, man.
That's a win.
When do we link up with Biggs?
Soon enough. Don't you worry.
He
I
knew we
wasn't
might be
worried.
late, so he came up with a few ways to kill time.
We ought to reach him long before he dies of boredom.
Huh. I wonder what that means. What is Biggs doing to pass his boredom? And does it involve, I don't know,
And we're back at the cargo platform.
Get
maybe
ready,
the
Marco
Fort Condor
Reactor
game?
5. We're coming.
That would be sweet. Okay, guys. Now I could just go end the mission here, but let's face it. This is the best part of the chapter right here.
Where could they be going? Embarking on an adventure to find some treasure?
I fucking love that song. It's so meta. Like, hope you're diverging from the path. We know which way we're supposed to go, so this other path must be
Ventilation
treasure.
system service mode active. Access maintenance terminal to complete procedure.
And this is where you get that sweet Chocobo soundtrack. Look at that surfing Chocobo. Electric Chocobo. But it looks like it's surfing the live stream. Have you ever noticed that? Or the grossest Mako water ever. But check it out. Yellow flowers. Reunion flowers. Yeah, you can get a exclusive weapon called the Cackstar, and I hope it's just a weapon skin, because like if weapons give you weapon skills, that's kind of nuts, right? You know? And if that's behind some kind of like paywall, one thing they said though is that like you cannot get that. You can't even purchase the deluxe edition if you want. If you own the game, if you own remake currently, and you have the digital edition, won't even let you buy it.
Stop it.
So what they said though is that it will be available for an extra,
Please complete the maintenance
fee
access
after
procedure
release.
within the designated
Hopefully
time limit.
immediately.
Man, what are we even doing?
Well, sir.
Don't overdo it.
Check out this shit right here! Nothing's gonna stop!
You would say that.
So this, by the way, is where
Access
you
granted.
get
Disengaging time lock.
the Choco Mog summon,
Okay.
and it is admissible. And it's normally right here, but since I already have it, it's not here. But just so y'all know, I just love that it has elements of other parts of the soundtrack in it, like just enough that you know it belongs, but
Auxiliary power supply confirmed. Reactivating cargo platform. Cargo platform activated. Awaiting input.
So long, underplate. I hate you too.
that's right. Hate's a strong word, Barrett. Ribs! How you doing? Are you doing great? It's been going good here.
Wonder what the reactor's like.
Dumb. Dismal.
We were just talking
Slaughterhouse
about,
they put to the planet.
we didn't mention the architecture of this whole place.
And there's the smell. Mako. Be ready for it.
Right.
Hear that, guys? It's the reactor calling us. Beckoning us saying, bring it on, Avalanche.
You know, one thing this doesn't get enough credit for is actually a lot of the sound effects are really good. Like the metallic sound effects, and like most games get that pretty down well, but it's like still a very underappreciated part of, you know, making the experience of something like this.
Engaging temperature.
It's
on you.
Got. Damn it. Hope you don't mind if I fill you full of holes.
Bring it!
I got this. Get ready.
Give your best shot!
Enough.
That hit!
That'll do. Don't overdo it.
See ya! Check out this shit right here!
Taking over.
Okay, Big should be waiting for us up ahead.
He's probably worried sick about us.
You got your second vaccine shot tomorrow? Oh, that's amazing. I hear one of our mutual friends, whose name
Even after all that fighting, no one's
rhymes
taking
with
us?
Deep Cheesy,
No need. This
He's
is
finally
Shimmer's
getting
city. They probably
his
have cameras everywhere.
setup too,
Why did
which
you
means
say
that I'm gonna
something
go
sooner?
get to touch his
Wait till late
face.
to bail now.
It's like walking a tightrope. When you're on it, only 2 ways off.
Better
Which
keep my
I'm not
balance.
even
You'd be
ashamed
good
of
at
how
it.
weird that sentence sounded. I don't care. What are you gonna do about it? Exactly. You're jealous. I know. I know. It's like
Tifa?
it's so crazy
It's nothing.
that we're starting to get to like meet people again and see
Just
people in
thinking
person.
about the next step. Didn't think I'd be this nervous.
Some things you never get used to.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't mind, I am going to continue playing. Into chapter 7.
Wait, Cloud. Where's Jesse and Wedge?
Report.
Topside's going nuts after some terrorists jumped off a train. Nice and quiet here, though. So quiet I had no trouble securing your route into the reactor.
You magnificent son of a bitch. Bring it in.
So, where are the others?
That's pretty
Jessica
cold.
hurt and couldn't make it.
Bad?
Not so bad she couldn't rope in this guy.
Thanks for stepping up.
It's a job.
Worked out pretty good. You picking that train you did. While Shinra scours Sector 4, you can waltz right on into Sector 5. It's a bit of a squeeze, but it ought to get you where you need to go.
I hope whatever happened, like,
Little dark and foreboding for my
I
taste.
hope that Biggs' like character arc now is
Your
like
grappling guns, of course.
dark.
All set?
Ready to take on the world and then some.
Like,
Make
he's
sure everyone
super
gets clear,
sad
okay?
about Jesse.
Will do.
Okay, y'all. Keep these grappling guns close. Secure them to your belt or whatever so you don't lose them.
I love
When we're
that
done,
like
we'll be
they
using
give
these
us this
babies to
grappling
get
gun
down
and we're like,
safe.
yes, this is gonna be some crazy new gameplay mechanic.
All of
Maybe I
us.
could use it in combat.
Got it.
Fucking nope. I'm not sure. Okay, wait. I missed some things. I'm so sorry. I want to be there. Yeah, we want you there too. Really, I mean,
Wait.
I'd love to meet all of you.
Excuse me, sir. Your tie?
I'm like the most
Quickly now, quickly!
accessible guy in that regard. I would love to meet all of you, and I would gladly fight Sam in a Denny's parking lot, like right next to the dumpster. He'd win, but that's fine. I'm not sure how that could ever be perceived as weird. Clark, you touch all the faces with consent. Of course. I would never just like touch his face against. Yeah, no, he gave me. He said full send is like, you know. For context, I'm 5'2", and he's like almost 6 foot. Yeah, I think both Owen and I are 6 foot. Sleep easy. I'd like to imagine the pigs will become sad but absorbed by a deep anger, though that makes him seem too much like Dean. You know, that's my problem too. Like, I don't want him to become like indistinguishable from another character's arc. It sounded like they teased Yuffie's musical motif then when Biggs mentioned terrorists on the train. Interesting. I'll have to re-listen to that. That's very interesting because they do teases like that all the time. Hotline Brit. Yeah, I guess we're tall. I'm like the shortest person in my family. Phantom Valentine. Sorry you can't stay long, but just wanted to ask about Nomura's comment recently. He mentions part 2 will follow Intergrade. So does this mean the ending of Intergrade, basically part 1, is going to include Yuffie towards the end? So that's an interesting thing. I cannot stop talking about Nomura saying that. Like, because one, during the very first Famitsu sit down with that came out alongside the Intergrade trailer, the State of Play, Nomura said that he chose the title Intergrade for the sole purpose of its meaning of bridging two parts together. So that alone, like, as soon as he said that, I was like, I bet there's going to be extra content at the end of this game that extends us, like, leads us right to part 2. Then, you know, after the first soldier event and the final trailer, Nomura's, you know, disembodied voice of God, for context, I'm not saying he's the disembodied voice of God. They, at the first soldier event, had Nomura there over the speakerphone, and they called him the voice of heaven. Like, I didn't make that up. I would never. But he said that one, he can't really talk about anything. He wanted to talk more about it, but like Kitase and a bunch of different departments told him that he couldn't say anything. But he wanted to mention that it's a very different environment, and Cloud's running around in nature a lot, which is a big deal. You know, gives us real Horizon Zero Dawn open world vibes. And two, that part 2 story will follow Intergrade, not Intermission, not part 1, Intergrade. And that could mean that whatever we see at the end of Intermission is going to lead up to Yuffie meeting the party or something like that. Or Intergrade, which is a whole title, will include a secret ending, which they always do. Like, every final mix has a secret. Yes, Phantom Valentine is the extra content. It might be a reward for the Vice fight. It might be a reward for beating the game in hard mode or something, you know? Yeah, Intergrade has effectively become the chain of memories of Remake. It will bridge the gap between Remake 1 and 2 with important information. I think so. So I'm very excited. I'm like so pumped. Shall we listen to this Purple Mountain's Majesty right here? I'll be damned if they throw us another Genesis holding Vice moment at the end just to lock that idea in. You know, I don't... It's either that we're getting like just a new Dirge with the DLC, like this is what happened instead, or it's that a lot of themes just get reused a lot, and that's part of the charm of Final Fantasy VII. Like Before Crisis destroying Calm and then rebuilding it, and you know, and then the same thing happens in Nibelheim. Like it could just be like they like these cycles and they reuse stuff. I'm hoping it's more of that. I'm hoping that the Dirge of Cerberus still like happens in some variant in 3 years from Remake or something, along those lines, and that this is somehow canon still, like the canonicity isn't broken. But if it is, and it's just like this is new now, this is what we're doing, I don't want Genesis to appear like that. I want him to appear in much more muted way. Like, just trying to figure out how Genesis could work in the story. I mean, he's a representative of the planet, right? So he is that faction. And that faction has never really been represented very well in OG. Like, because even Aerith, though she, you know, can speak to the planet and is the closest to the planet, one, she kind of does most of the heavy lifting posthumously, and so like, you know, she's kind of got to die for that to be a value, for her to be a voice of the planet. And she's really not the voice of the planet. She's like the voice of the live stream, because the planet is like the weapons and stuff like that. And so like there's no like icon of the planets in the OG. Crisis Core's very well represented, like Minerva, you know, and even in Before Crisis, like the Jade weapon, which you know, is a response to Zirconiad being summoned, and when Zirconiad is defeated, because the Turks defeat Zirconiad, the Jade weapon then sees, you know, the Turks as the biggest threat. But it's like, you know, a representation of the planet in this way that's real clear and obvious to us, the viewer. So that's what Genesis becomes the champion of, you know, essentially. So it's hard to see how that's going to factor in well. But, I mean, at the end of Remake, we did just defeat the Whisper Harbinger, and the Harbinger is, in fact, a planetary defense mechanism. You know, those are the cries of the planet. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It could go a lot of different ways, and I have some ideas as to where they're going, but I keep that one a little close to the chest for now. Not because I think any of you will steal it, but I just want it to be fleshed out in my head before I say it out loud. Look at those pores.
That's it. That's the smell.
Love this
place
music.
reeks of Mako.
Looks like we made it.
Thanks, Phantom Valentine. You have a wonderful night,
Mayhaus
morning,
is
or
the same
whatever
as Reactor 1.
Yeah,
it is where you're at.
we're near Mako storage.
Let's move.
So the roofing here is
I'm
or
not
the ceiling
seeing
here.
way down.
So the roofing.
Here, maybe?
The fuck?
Well,
The ceiling here does show up to some degree, something like it in the Intergrade trailers,
I'm next.
but it's not this exact roofing because it's too close. I'm just gonna call it roofing, even though it's the ceiling. Stop saying this.
Kinda scary, huh?
It's all in the mind.
Saul in the mind.
Check it out. They stick this big boy on us, we'd be screwed 6 ways from Sunday.
Mechanized units like these were designed to take out giant monsters. Probably a new prototype. If they do decide to deploy it, then our best bet would be to run like hell.
Oof. Then let's hope he sleeps through the explosion.
You heard the Mako smells like schnozberries? I hear that it's really the schnozberries that smell like schnozberries. Okay, you know the best thing about Airbuster is fight music. I love the music we're gonna get. I love the music so much that I'm not gonna depower this guy at all. Bare minimum, I'm gonna make him as yoked as possible. One thing I really dig in the Scarlet like mecha armor that showed up in the final intermission trailer, and like you can tell it's more like one of the in terms of an enemy that it's like, it's really not. It's got the color scheme that makes you immediately think of Proud Claude, aka Pride and Joy, but the Pride and Joy prototype is just so much more clearly Pride and Joy based. If you compare to the feet and stuff like that, it's more of a hominid. It's like a proto hominid here, and then but the feet are actually more akin to just your standard sweepers and cutters. So like if you look at the feet of the Scarlet Road. Wine Rip, thank you for the subscription. The feet are more like these cutters and sweepers. The arms too, technically, even though they're like somebody did something that made that music happen, and I'm not getting a. Oh, you gifted us up. Thank you so much. The Fits of Rage. Oh, you gifted another one? You don't have to do that. Thank you so much. You guys are great. But yeah, look at these sweepers. These sweepers. Sweepers they've got. So it's like the apex of this thing is what Scarlet's new battle armor looks like. Or her, battle robot that you fight. And it makes it seem like you summon Rama in that battle. Because, it makes sense, lightning against robots. And then they frame the trailer that way, like it happens right after you see Scarlet. You just see Rama getting summoned. If you actually look at the surroundings, Rama is summoned in the Nero fight. During the trailer, at least. Doesn't mean you can't summon it during the. I'm just an observation that I made.
Gotta give it my all. Just don't overdo it.
I could have done that on my own.
I'm sure you could. Ha! Jinx, Cloud!
Almost there.
You owe me a Pepsi.
The smell. It takes me back.
Think you can stop it? Deal with that.
I feel like you're underreacting. Check out this shit right here.
Not bad.
I don't know what it is about this. It just gives me, this is one of the most nostalgic sections for me. I don't know why it feels more like the descent to the reactor. Feels more like the OG. Even though Chapter 1 did everything great, there's just something about this particular descent that feels
Nothing personal. Don't overdo
so
it.
good.
that.
Suck on this! Get your ass out of here! Hey, did you see me in action?
Must have missed it.
I love how their dynamic changes each chapter. Like they just get a little bit nicer to each other.
Last time?
But this part, the honeymoon phase where they still hate each other festively until Cloud gets replaced by Red 13. One can tell by watching the trailer at quarter speed. Oh, yeah, Nero. Yeah, and okay. Let's just clear this up. It's pronounced Ramu. Probably. I mean, I don't think it should be, but I understand that it is. Like, the reason I've always called it Rama is because I thought it was based off of Rama, which is well, okay, it's a long story, but in previous iterations, Ramu was called Indri, which made perfect sense because a lightning motif to the mythology of Ramu. But as things have, it's more likely based on Lamu, which is a Indo. I love this little music flash, and then
Mako, Shinra, I'm sick of this.
poor
I'm sick
Brian.
of all of this.
Poor Brian Lockhart. You know what I'm hoping? Based just solely on like the extreme country motif
Soldier boy.
that, like, not even just like
What?
the leather and then the cowboy get up, but like the hair beating, like the vaguely akin to First Nations and American indigenous motifs. Like, I am hoping that Nibelheim is like country bumpkin as fuck. Like, we get there and it is just straight up Kentucky. Like, everybody sounds like Ray Kaufman. Just yeehaw, you know? I want that. And I'm not saying that in any kind of negative way. That would be awesome to me. I would be extremely okay with that. Also, why the hell is Mako blue here and like green everywhere else? Something about the way it's processed, I'm sure.
How much time we need?
How much
Got
time
all
we
the
need.
time in the world.
The most Smallville-esque flyover small town.
Courtesy of Jesse.
We withdraw to a safe distance. Then, kaboom!
Don't be sad, baby. Still, he left Tifa license plate to remember
No
him
such
back.
thing.
That's true. That's true. Thank you. I didn't want to be sad.
We get out the same way we got in. Let's double back.
Miss Weinrib, but don't worry, I'll leave the big gift sub dumps to others. Yeah, man, I've had some very big gift subs. Like, oof. I kind of don't even know what to do. Like, it's just I'm super grateful. I've had a core group of people really like make this like a thing that I can do for you. So, what number playthrough? I don't know. Kuruma no Zaruga. It's a little bit countless though. There's some chapters I've played much more than others though. Like I played chapter 6 not very often. I just played it again. I always try and like see if I can trick this ladder. What if I approach it from here? Oh, you jerk!
Where you going?
You jerk!
Weirdly perfect timing.
Wait a minute. Is someone watching us?
Oh, hi, the girl.
Dear sewer rats. As architect of our populace engagement campaign, I, Heidegger, head of public security, bid you welcome. The chief warmonger. You should be flattered. Right now, you command.
That would be quite the speedrun trick.
every soul in Midgard.
Huh? What is this?
Breaking news from Mako Reactor 5. Shinra has confirmed the reactor to be the target of the
Purple
bomb
tie.
issued by the terrorist group Avalanche.
Shill.
Members of the group were observed
Genova shill.
and security is currently sweeping it for explosive devices. We now go live to the scene.
I'm here in the Sector 5 Undercity. Having confirmed the terrorist target, the Shinra Emergency Operations Center has issued an evacuation advisory. Residents are outraged that the tragedy of Mako Reactor 1 was only the first attack in a campaign of violence.
President Shinra
Okay,
has issued a...
so I do want to mention something. The extras in that scene in the Sector 5 Undercity are all extras from Sector 7, except for one. And here's what I mean. Like, the NPCs are just like cookie cuttered and copy pasted all over, but they're sector specific. So the exception is Wall Market, which is technically Sector 6, or what's left of it. And Sector 5 has the same NPC, like, rotating cast. Once again, with one or two exceptions, you know, like Honeybee Girls, stuff like that. But like all of those guys are just regulars in Sector 7, and they're in like the train segment in the Intergrade trailer. It's a weird thing they do. But it's a way for you to like kind of recognize where they're like creating scenes out of, because they have this pool of NPCs that get generated.
providing assurances that the terrorists will soon be brought to justice.
And so, to a people beset by chaos and uncertainty, we will offer the finest.
I love his dialogue here, by the way. I think it's pretty well written.
The big boy. I give you Shinra's latest triumph of technology. The Airbuster, your executioner.
Engineering on the line. Currently, the Airbuster is only 60% operational. The estimates
You idiot.
I'm on air. To the imbecile in charge down there, you are hereby ordered to seize those intruders and bring them to me.
Naruto, run!
Leave them in trouble. Attention all
Barrett.
security forces. I repeat.
Keep it together.
You are lightly Attention all security
Shut the hell up!
Subdue the
I don't
insurgents
believe
and
it.
bring them
We
to the
played
command
right into
center
Shinra's
immediately.
hands.
I repeat.
Really?
Yeah, and their bullshit news is
Subdue the
already
insurgents
peddling
and
that
bring
false
them to the
narrative.
command center right now.
So we're screwed.
No,
Yeah,
hell
exactly.
no.
Attention, all
Listen,
security forces.
they want to turn this into a spectacle? Then I say let's give them
and
one.
bring them to the command
Let's
center
take down Shinra's
immediately.
big-ass
I
neck in
repeat,
front of everybody.
Okay.
subdue
I'm
the
sold.
insurgents
I like
and
this
bring
one of
them
the
to
first
command
things they
center
like
right
super
now.
agree on. Like he's like, yeah, that sounds great. Like they kind of underplay that, but I always liked it.
Subdue the
Cloud
insurgents
just,
and bring them to the
yeah,
command center
I'm sold.
immediately. I repeat. Subdue the insurgents and bring them to the command center right now.
Okay. So let's change it up a little bit. Really the only thing I'm going to do is change the elemental from fire to ice, or ice to fire. Because these are mostly human opponents, and humans are generally weak to fire.
Security forces. Subdue the insurgents and bring them to the command center immediately. I repeat.
You
Subdue
heard
the
the man!
insurgents and
Get
bring
these
them to the
components
command
prepped for the
center
airbuster
right now.
ASAP!
ASAP!
It's ready,
Do
sir.
it!
Component outbound from B8!
Copy, B8.
Intruder!
Take him out! It's on you. Let's dance, asshole.
All clear. Now let's see what these bastards were up to.
Over here.
Over here. Okay.
It looks like a few of its components are still in transit.
We'll see about that.
Could tamper a little with its loadout.
And give ourselves an edge?
There should be a console somewhere.
This the console you talking about?
Let's go to this console.
Think you can get it to work?
Needs a key card.
Well, let's find it then.
Oh, key card, where is you? There you is.
You find it?
Yeah.
Good job. Now let's check out that console.
Thanks for the pat on the back, Barrett. I'm so stoked I found that key card. Key card.
M units, huh? I'm guessing that's some sort of component?
Yep. An enhancement powered by liquefied materia.
Sounds bad.
Pretty sure I can divert this unit for disposal.
That's crazy. Liquefied materia. Huh. I don't know why I didn't think about that. We see materia shatter in Before Crisis, but Elfie is able to use the summon inside once it's shattered. So that's sort of an exception, but other than that, we don't really hear about materia being destroyed. That's interesting. So we liquefy the memories of the ancients and use them to power this creature. It's why I think machines, everything, are all susceptible to like Genova
M unit
influence.
flagged for disposal.
Just imagining their faces when they find out.
It's why they can tell the future.
So far, so good.
Like the materia that powers the VR simulators and the first soldier that is somehow supposed to be an adequate explanation why we get to
You think they're watching us?
why we get to go to
Even
Don
now?
Corneo's mansion
Yep.
even though it hasn't been built yet.
Probably got a live feed.
Nothing we can do about it. Except smile for the folks at home.
Wouldn't you just get Mako if you liquefied materia? So, you would think, because Mako is just like the live stream, but something is different about materia. Like, it's a process, and we don't really know how it's made because we just make a lot of assumptions, and by we I mean like me, Sleepeasy, MJ Gallagher, and like half the theory crafting community rely on a bit of cut dialogue in the Temple of the Ancients from Sephiroth that talks about how summons are made, and it's about how certain Cetra are, like certain warriors are like essentially the same way that soldiers are made, but by the Cetra. It's like some process that encapsulates the souls of these warriors. And it seems to fit, you know,
deal with that.
With what we understand of, say, like,
just like that, okay?
I gotcha.
There's the chapter slide for Shiva, and then there's the loading screen slide. Man, we're gonna lose all those slides. I just thought about that in Intergrade, because it loads so damn fast. Like, we're gonna forget about those slides. Huh. Well, there you go, PS5 people, or people that didn't get PS5s. You get to keep those slides, and we don't. So, you know, that almost makes up for it. The only piece of natural material we see in the game is in Mount Nebel. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I feel like we probably can't say that for sure, because we don't know where all the material we got came from. All the material that we see seems to be this perfect circular spherical ball. There is a lot of vagueness about materia that could certainly use a little bit of clarification.
Component outbound from B7.
Okay, so I am not going to use any more key cards if I cannot. I'm going to keep Airbuster as absolutely based as possible.
Keep it together.
Be a beefy McNugget.
Taking over. Take lead. Gotta keep an eye on.
Looks like there's 2 consoles this time.
Huh. Double the sabotage.
If we can find the key.
Pretty sure that console controls the door.
Are you not? You're gonna force me to do one? Okay.
Error. Keycard required for operation.
Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. Oh, look, materia. I hope it's not a healing materia. Oh, lightning. Lightning return.
Any cards?
Just the one.
2 choices. It's up to you, Cloud.
Whatever.
What does an AI programming core do?
Increases processing power dedicated.
A real quick giant?
No. I want this boy to be aggressive. Is there an ammunition one? Let's try. There's no ammunition one in here. Lame.
Console talks about Big Bomb.
We call them BB.
Could divert them.
I don't believe you actually knew that, Cloud. I think you just pulled that out of your ass. We called them BBs. Okay. That's some stolen valor right there.
Big Bummer shell flagged for disposal.
Also, I do think some materia are special, probably
where did we
specific,
send
very
the
powerful
discarded
individual.
To a storeroom for defective equipment, I'm guessing.
That's so. You think these defective shells and programming cores might be valuable?
Yeah, where we see a weapon eye. Yeah, and then
Maybe.
in the cutscene we see a version of the Crystal Caverns, probably pre-mining.
If we get that
In the VR simulator. It looks like it's probably the Mithril Caves, or the caves after Zolam. And I have a feeling we're going to visit that scene, that spot again, and this time it'll be like it'll be just bare.
Okay, listen up, y'all. Everything Shinra has told you is a goddamn lie. Mako is the lifeblood of our planet. Those greedy bastards are bleeding it dry. Y'all gotta rise up.
Barrett, who are you talking to?
The people put me on TV. I'm gonna drop some truth.
1,000 Gil says they cut the sound.
You don't have 1,000 gil to bet. Oh wait, you do. 2.6 million gil. I wish I had invested all of that in Dogecoin.
Keep it together.
That's enough. Hope you don't mind if I fill you full of holes.
Taking over. Don't overdo it.
Always feels like a job.
Sorry, didn't mean to drag it out.
No need to be, really.
Yeah, that's right. I gotta do one per room. That's right.
Dance, asshole.
We can't afford any more delays. You need to keep those components coming. Do whatever it takes.
Let's do this.
Piece of cake.
Let me in. Yes.
I tell you what, I ain't never looked forward to an execution more in my entire life.
You don't say.
We're about to make fools out of Shinra.
Am I talking about one of the unused maps? I loved the Northern Crater unused maps. By the way, those are awesome.
Oh no! If you're about to ask me to
There's
dance,
some of the
then
unused maps. It's like, oh man,
Be shy.
I wish they would have found some of use for some of those.
I don't dance.
Yeah, Sleep and I had a whole like. I feel like we went on some weird bender earlier in the year about that, trying to make some crazy theory out of it. Never went anywhere at the time, but who knows? But no, that's not what I was talking about. I'm talking about the after Jormungandr, after the Zolam. I bet we'll see that place super barren. But we saw it, I think, in the VR cutscene, absolutely full of crystals. You watched one of the glacier videos? I will, as soon as I get done with the chapter, I'll see if I can dig it up. I mean, you can go to livestream.net and see all the and find all the unused assets. I love Glacier videos as a genre. I actually do, and they're a good way like to see if like I like watching Glacier videos on something I'm like trying to decide whether I want to get into. Yeah, just posted ours.
Copy. They're here.
Take the lead. Now you're in for it.
Yeah.
Not throwing in the towel.
Taking over. Gotta give it up. Don't overdo it.
Bunch of pushovers. Come on, y'all. Let's see what kind of mischief they were getting up to.
This guy is full tilt.
We're coming up on the exit. Tifa, detonator still in range?
We should be good.
The moment Big Boy goes down, you hit that switch.
Right.
Concentrate. I'll end this. Deal with that.
Bang, bang!
I see you. Let's do this. I see you. Let's do this. What the hell is wrong with me?
Yeah, some of those unused assets are really cool. Ancient with the weird purple coat.
Got no time to double back.
Not that way.
Can't say we didn't prepare. Now we just gotta get it done.
We didn't prepare.
Status report. We're making our final adjustments. Work faster, or you'll hear it from the brass.
Look, they're still prepping it.
They're here! Hold them back! Buy us every second you can!
What is the status of my airbuster? Report.
Time to get serious. Let's dance, asshole! Take the lead.
Bring in the heat.
Let's do this.
As expected. Deploy it at once. That was an order.
Understood. Prepare the airbuster for immediate deployment!
Y'all never had a chance.
Hey guys.
Come back, Airbuster. I want to fight you here.
looks like a performance assessment, don't you think?
We'll figure out its weaknesses as we fight it. As long as we stay focused, we'll be fine. We can do this.
For real though, we need to talk victory poses. Something coordinated for the live on camera.
So many things.
Could blow up big, start a new trend.
Veto.
Oh, you're no fun, Cloud.
Huh? No way up.
No way we're getting back up that pipe.
Keep looking.
Hear that?
Hang back. Don't overdo it. Let's do this. A real subtle imitation.
We were gonna spring the trap anyway.
That's true, we were. There, that's a good point. We were gonna spring that trap anyways. Thank you all for being here with me, by the way.
Let's do this.
That's that. It's on you. I got this. Nothing personal. All done.
Cocky little bastard, ain't you?
You already said that, Barrett. I know. I'm cocky.
Big boy's going to an execution, all right.
But don't remind me that I'm a bastard. I never knew my dad.
We give it our all and we'll win.
Even though it's probably someone super cool.
We're gonna get through this. We're gonna make it home. All of us. No exceptions.
Right. We don't want to disappoint Marlene. That goes for you too, Cloud. Right?
Dude, that Final Fantasy house.
Now this time.
Oh, holy shit balls. Can you can you link that, somebody? Just in case. Okay, disclaimer. It is very dark and it's a very real thing. Like, it is just like... It's not representative of the entire fandom, so don't let people tell you that, but it is this... It is... I find it sociologically fascinating. That's my main thing with it. Thank you. Thank you, Arts. So, disclaimer. Like... You're...
Open it already.
Yeah, it's not a Hell House.
Is there any way we can get it open?
Reference.
Yeah, from that room over there.
Why does everything have to be so damn complicated?
You know, the faulty equipment storeroom's that way too.
Do you think we'll find the components we diverted there?
It's like a treasure vault. Woo! I like the sound of that.
I like it. A little treasure hunter.
So how do we do this?
It's simple, really. We move the levers at the same time.
Got these ones.
I'll take left. which just
I like
means
if you do
right
terrible at this, like they just shame you. They like doubt you were ever. They doubt that you were ever a
Emergency lockdown
soldier.
is currently in effect.
So we need to synchronize our movements?
In that case, follow my lead.
Nah, Tifa's.
Fine, have it your way.
Okay, pay attention, you two. 3, 2, 1.
Emergency lockdown disengaged.
Boom.
Hell yeah!
We really did it! Great timing. Right on the money.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fraud.
Tucked away in that vault, huh?
This would be trash in
Would be
here.
the treasure vault.
that's right.
What's the catch?
Need to bypass a high-level security lock.
Different from the other one?
Same deal, but we gotta do it several times.
Ha! Not a problem.
Yeah, let's try.
What trash security they have? Like, oh no, you just gotta like get 3 people to work together.
Delta level security lockdown is currently in effect.
Okay, guys. You know what we have to do.
Copy me?
No, Tifa leads.
Oh, fine. After you, girl.
Gotta get past level 1 first, right? 3, 2, 1.
Alpha level security disengaged.
Disengaged.
That was great, you guys. Let's keep it up.
Oh no, I gotta do it some more?
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Beta level security disengaged.
Wow.
Beta
Think
level.
we've got this?
Hell yeah! Bring it on! Ain't nothing I love more than sticking it to Shinra.
Take it to Shinra.
Halfway there. Steady, guys. 3, 2, 1.
Oh shit.
The timing is all
Ah.
wrong, man.
Focus. 3, 2, 1.
Gamma level security disengaged.
No way! You guys are naturals.
Thanks, Tifa.
Okay, final round. Don't lose focus. 3, 2, 1.
Delta level security disengaged.
Disengaged.
Disposal room now accessible.
Making us jump through hoops to steal your shit.
Didn't take as long as I expected. Good work,
Making us
guys.
jump through hoops to
Likewise.
steal your shit.
You made it easy.
I
Barrett!
put my heart and soul into those countdowns.
Too entitled. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I hope it's a healing materia. Thank God. Pull triangle to pull lever.
Score. It's just like Cloud said.
They say a job well done is on reward. I say take everything that ain't nailed down.
Oh, look, I got a BB. How come it says Big Bomber in my inventory, Cloud? He says it's called a BB. Fucking liar. Alright. Alright, Cloud, I'm done. I'm done with you. Bombing mission! That's normally MP up material, right? I guess, I don't know. It's been so long since I played normal mode. Okay, so we're gonna go fight the Airbuster. Let's see, what is this guy? He's weak to the lightning. Blinded by the lightning. He's got a great resistance to stop, which means that he is susceptible to stop. That's something that's very important to notice, to note. Big Bama. Okay. So, let's load our boys up here. I'm gonna have both of my elemental boys be lightning returns here. Gotta have that double luck up. Double luck up. I cannot stress enough that having a 100% boost to luck increases your damage output by a tremendous degree. Alright, let's see what happens. There's probably a good die. So rusty. It's terrible at this game.
Alright.
Okay, I remember being so pumped right here because this felt like very nostalgic, but also like, okay, here we go. Like I remember like feeling, like seeing the T here and going, oh man, it's Airbuster time. The Airbuster was a laughably easy fight in the original. It was almost like a running joke.
Huh?
So it was cool that they made him a little beefy boy.
Oh, the eyes of one who has bathed in Mako, which would make you a soldier.
Soldier.
Once a soldier, always a soldier. Though not, alas, for very long. Accelerated cellular degradation being the most common cause of death by far.
Of course, he's talking about...
But every soldier knows the truth.
That's right.
G soldiers.
Think you forgetting someone?
With it I could. You strike me as the type to go on without end.
Ain't enough hours in the day to hold you to account for all your crimes.
And what a wasteful indulgence it would be, even if there were.
Okay then. Let's talk about
Wasteful indulgences. What is Mako? The life stream. The lifeblood of the planet. Our planet.
But Shinra keeps on slurping it up like a thirsty dog. What do you think's gonna happen if you don't stop, huh?
We do indeed keep on slurping it up, as you say. But for whose benefit, I wonder. The true nature of Mako is known to one and all, yet the people willfully turn a blind eye to the cost. As you must surely be aware.
Don't you dare try to put this on us! If anyone's going along with your plans, it's cause you brainwashed.
He always thought that the main reason he didn't give you Ramu was because it would be overpowered against machines. I mean, I guess that's true. It's just, I mean, like,
Allies of wicked Wutai, our sworn enemy.
the best summon in the game is DLC. It's Carbuncle. Other than that, like, your standard damage output is just so much higher.
You still don't understand your role in this. What do they do? Don't you see? You fools were never in control.
Right, false flag.
Pawns in our plans to sound great and glorious war to the people. And your instruments of insurrection will detonate. When we so choose. God damn it! Now let us raise the curtain on our main event.
Let's do it.
The trial of the eco-extremist group Avalanche.
Terrorists conspired with Wutai against Midgard.
Your guilt is
Here it
undeniable.
is.
Your punishment, death.
Sweet battle theme here.
I'm sick of all of this.
It's just like when I failed you.
Clouds!
Just
get
like
your head in the game.
when I failed you.
We're counting on you, man.
I'm fine. You guys didn't go.
Keep it together.
Don't go to that asshole!
Come on! Let's go! Get down!
Want some more?
Come on!
Take it over. Now's our chance.
These two will become my trial. You see but a fraction of the true realities.
I got this. No holding back.
Now show me how fast you can run.
Oh, thank you.
We need to come up with a plan. Hang back. Deal with that.
Gotta stay! There!
My turn.
Shinra's advanced weapons are unknown. Your efforts are futile. To the end of the world as we leave.
Let's take care of them first. Taking over. Take the lead.
Keep it up! I see you! Got your number!
All the time. Need a breather. I got this. Try this. It's on you. Hang back.
Behold the full potential of the Airbuster! Time to carry out your executions!
Damn. All those drones. Time to do your thing, big man.
Check out this shit right here!
Have fun.
Have fun, Bahamut.
Time to get serious. Not looking good. Take the lead.
Damn it!
Get in there! Gotta give it my all.
Bring it!
Let's be careful.
Bring it ahead! How does it feel to hear your friends cry out in agony? Ain't done yet. This is invaluable in raising morale of our Shinra rank and
Mega Flare! I hope it is so over the top. I mean, it's got to be over the top no matter what. Knights of the Round. It's got to be extremely time consuming, like annoyingly so.
It's on you.
it hurts, don't it?
My turn. All right.
We don't have long to get clear.
Take Tifa and get out of here.
I was wrong about you.
This ain't the end of the line for you or me.
Aww.
Come on!
The party having to prove themselves against each of the knights. That'd be so cool. I know Ray Kaufman thought that it was them that sealed Genova away. Well, I mean, we know that the ancients all did. I mean, you know that we know Shiva was one of the people that, you know, was one of the Cetra that helped seal Genova. And here's this scene. This scene plus Whispers.